Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 9 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter probability, and the lessons we're going to cover today are identify independent and dependent events, theoretical probability, experimental probability, and compound events find the number of outcomes. Okay, let's just start with here I am on grade 9 maths. The chapter is probability. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is identify independent and dependent events. Harry spins the spinner twice. Are these two events dependent or independent? So let's just see what are the dependent events. Two events are independent if the outcome of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event. Got it? So this is the definition for the independent event. If the outcomes of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event, that means they are independent. So the event is spins the spinner twice. So the first, when he spins the first, it does not affect the second spin. That means that is the independent event. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions so that we can do practice questions. You can have a look on the tutorial by yourself. Okay, Steve calls a bakery and order a custom cake with a certain design. Later that day, Brace calls to order a custom cake. Are these two events dependent or independent? They are independent events. Got it? Because the outcome of the first event does not affect the outcome of the second event. Got it? They ordered their cakes separately. Got it? So they are the independent event. Got it? Laura pulls a coin out of her pocket and places it on the table. Then she reaches back into her pocket and takes out a second coin. Are these two events dependent or independent? So which is the correct option? They are the dependent variable. Got it? Because when she selects the first coin, she has, let's suppose, three coins or four coins. But when she selects when she is going to take out another coin, she has one less coin than the first time. Got it? That means they are the dependent event. Got it? Because second time she has one less coin than the first time. Got it? So that's why they are the dependent events. Kenny picks a marble at random, puts it back, and then picks another marble at random. Are these two events dependent or independent? They are the independent events. Got it? Because first time she picks one marble at random, and but she puts it back. So for the second time she has the same amount of marbles like for the first time. So it would be independent events. Got it? Ella picks a marble at random. Without putting the first marble back, she puts a second marble at random. Are these two events dependent or independent? So they are dependent. Got it? Because for the first time she said she picks a marble, but without putting back. So for the first time, let's suppose there are three marbles. For the second time, you have one less option than the first time. So that means they are the dependent events. Got it? Because the outcomes of the first event affects the outcomes of the second event. Got it? Garrett is making a beaded necklace and plans to use each bead color once. Garrett selects a red bead and then reaches for another color. Is it independent and dependent? They are dependent because for he she just want to use every color just once. So if she use the red, she is not going to use the red color again. Now she's going to select the other one. So let's suppose she has four colors. She picked the one red. Now she has just three options. So they are the dependent events. Got it? In a card game, Wilson picks a card from a deck but does not put it back into the deck. Afterward, John picks a card from the deck. Are these two events dependent or independent? They are the dependent events, got it? Because he doesn't put the card back. Now for the John, he has one less options than the Wilson, got it? They are the dependent events. In history class, Kim has to select a historical figure to dress up as. Then Richard will select one too. There are no repeats allowed. So are these two events dependent or independent? They are the dependent events, got it? Because no repetitions allowed. So if the first one selected a dress, no one can select the same dress again. So they are the dependent events, got it? Okay, the next one is Shelby purchases a condominium in a new complex. After a few days later, Riley buys another condominium in the same complex. Are these two event dependent or independent? They are independent, got it? Because the outcome of the first event doesn't affects the outcome of the second event. Dependent? How? Okay. Okay, yes, they are independent because another one he have to buy. Got it? The one he bought earlier, he don't have to buy the same one. So they are the dependent. Pamela picks a card at random, puts it back, and then pick another card at random. Are those two events dependent or independent? They are the puts it back. They are the independent events. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the next lesson. You can complete the test by yourself later today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Let's just start with the next lesson, that is theoretical probability. Theoretical probability. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, you pick a marble at random. What is the probability of orange? So how many marbles in total we have? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the total marbles are 7. Out of the 7, how many of them are orange? Just one. So the probability of getting orange is 1 out of 7. Got it? That means the probability is the number of favorable outcomes out of the number of possible outcomes. The possible outcomes are 7, the total outcomes. Got it? And out of the total, you orange one is just 1. So the probability of getting orange is 1 over 7. Got it? Let's just start with the test. You can have the rest of the tutorial questions by yourself. Let's just start with the test. Okay, you spin the spinner once. What is the probability? Prime or factor of 70? Which number is prime? 5 is prime. And what numbers are the factors of 70? Mm, 4 is not the factor of 70. 6, uh, 6 is also not the factor of 70, just 70 is a factor. 5 is a factor of 70. 5 is a prime number and only 5 is a factor of 70. Got it? So that means you have the probability is 1 over 3. Got it? Out of the three outcomes, 4, 5, and 6, just 5 is a number that is prime or the factor of 70. It is 1 over 3. Got it? You pick a card at random. What is the probability of blue? Okay, how many cards are total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are total 11 cards. Out of the 11, how many of them are blue? 6 of them are blue. Got it? That means getting the blue card is the probability of blue is 6 over 11. Got it? So it is 6 over 11. Okay, you flip a coin. What is the probability of getting tails? Write your answer as a percentage. So which is the correct option? 50%. Got it? When you flip a coin, you have just two options, either head or either tail. Got it? So that means for either side, for head and tail, you have 50% chance. Like 50% you get head and 50% chances you get tails. So it is 50% for the tails. Got it? Okay, you spin the spinner once. What is the probability of getting prime number? So which numbers are prime? 2, 3, and 5. Got it? Out of four options, three of them are prime. Got it? You have to write down the answer in the percentage form. So whenever you have to write the answer in the percentage form, you have to do like you can see here, you have three of the numbers are prime. Got it? 2, 3, and 5. They all are. This is prime number, this is prime number, this is prime number. That means the probability of getting prime is 3 over 4. Got it? You have to write down the answer in percentage. The probability of getting prime is 3 over 4. You have to write down the answer in percentage form, so just multiply it with the 100. Got it? 100 times 3 is 300 and 300 time divided by 4 is 75%. That means the probability of getting prime is 75%. Just calculate the probability and multiply it by 100. It would be then in percentage form. So the probability of getting prime is 75%. Got it? Okay, you roll a six-sided die. What is probability of getting odd? So six-sided die. So on a six-sided die, how many numbers do we have? Excuse me. So you have one, two, three, four. These are the numbers on the die. You have to get the probability of odd. So three of the numbers are even and they are even, they are odd. So 3 over 6 are odd. You have to write down the answer, I think, in percentage form. Yes, multiply it to the 100. Got it? It would be 300 divided by 6, and that would be 50%. Got it? Because half of them are even and half of them are odd. Got it? So it means you have 50% numbers are even and 50% numbers are odd. Got it? Okay, you pick a marble. What is the probability of getting purple marble? Out of the four, two of them are purple. Got it? So just the probability of purple is 2 over 4 and multiply it to the 100. Got it? So 2 by 4 times 100 is 2 by 4 means half of them are purple. Got it? So the probability for half of them is 50%. Got it? That means the probability of getting purple marble is 50%. Okay, you spin the spinner once. What is the probability of getting yellow? Yellow, you have two of the portions are yellow, so it would be 2 by 5. Got it? The total are 5. It would be 2 by 5. Got it? You pick a marble at random. What is the probability of getting the brown marble? The total marbles are 3, and out of the 3, 2 of them are brown, so it would be 2 over 3. Probability of getting brown is 2 out of 3. Got it? Okay, you pick a card at random. What is the probability of less than 3? So how many cards are less than 3? Two of the cards are less than 3. 1 and 2 are less than 3. Got it? So it would be 2 over 3. Got it? So it is 2 over 3. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is experimental probability. The one we have just completed is the theoretical probability. Now we're going to learn the experimental probability. Let's just start with the first example. A tasty burger, 10 of the last 15 customers wanted cheese on their burgers. What is the experimental probability that the next customer will want cheese on his or her burger? Got it. So first of all, the probability of the cheeseburger is 10 out of the 15. So it would be 10 over 15. So the probability of getting cheese is 2 by 3. Got it? So that means the experimental probability is the number of times an event occurs out of the total number of trials. Like the total customers are 15, and out of the 15 customers, 10 of them had a cheeseburger. So that is the experimental probability that the number of times an event occurs out of the total number of trials. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. Sasha is watching a baseball game. So far, 2 out of 4 batters have gotten a hit. What is the experimental probability that the next batter will get a hit? So, the total outcomes are 4, and out of the 4, two of them got a hit. So, it would be 2 over 4. Got it? Or you can simplify your answer. So, when you simplify 2 by 4, it would be 1 over 2. Got it? So, the correct option is 1 over 2. Out of the last 12 contestants on a game show, 8 won a prize. What is the experimental probability that the next contestant will win a prize? Got it. So 8 won a prize out of the total. So it would be 8 over 12. Got it. The total are 12 and 8 over 12. Got it. So it would be 2 over 3. When you simplify 8 by 12, it would be 2 over 3. Got it. So the correct option is 2 over 3. Okay, the next one is yesterday a car rental agency rented 12 vehicles, of which 3 were pickup trucks. What is the experimental probability that the first vehicle rented today will be a pickup truck? So, the total vehicles are 12, and the one that were pickup are 3. So, it would be 3 over 12. Got it? So, when we simplify the answer, it would be 1 over 4. Got it? So, the correct option is 1 over 4. Restaurants often slip takeout menus under Jamal's apartment door. So far, Jamal has collected 20 menus, including 10 for the Japanese food. What is the experimental probability that the next menu slipped under Jamal's door will be from a Japanese restaurant? So the total menus are 20. Got it? And 20 out of 10 are Japanese. So it would be 10 by 20. And when you simplify the answer, it would be yes, 1 over 2. Got it? It is 1 over 2. Shelby scored a goal on 5 out of her last 20 shots. What is the experimental probability that Shelby will score a goal on her next shot? So, which is the correct option? It will be 5 over 20. Got it? That means 1 over 4. So, the correct option is 1 over 4. A factory inspector found flaws in 3 out of 18 wooden boxes. What is the experimental probability that the next wooden box will be flawed? So, the correct option is 3 over 18. Got it? And when you simplify it is 1 over 6. Got it? The probability is 1 over 6. Kelsey's pie shop recently sold 12 pies, of which 4 were blueberry pies. What is the experimental probability that the next pie sold will be a blueberry pie? It is 4 over 12. Got it? So when you simplify the answer, it is 1 over 3. Got it? It is 1 over 3. Okay, the next one is of the 15 people who have taken their seats at a seminar, 3 have red hair. What is the experimental probability that the next person to take a seat will have red hair? So, 3 have red hair and the total people are 15. So, it would be 3 over 15. Got it? So, the correct option is 1 over 5. Got it? So, the correct option is 1 over 5. Okay, relay runs a stable that boards 20 horses and 4 of them are bay. What is the experimental probability that the next horse that comes to board will be a bay? So, which is the correct option? Yes, it is 4 over 20 and 4 over 20 equals 1 over 5. Got it? The correct option is 1 over 5. You have to simplify the answer, so it would be simplified to 1 by 5. Jason has pulled 20 marbles from a large bag and 8 of them are green. What is the experimental probability that the next marble selected from the bag will be green? So it is 8 out of 20. 8 over 28 is. Got it? So the correct option is 2 over 5. Got it? So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is there were 10 dogs at a dog park last Saturday, and 5 of them are Yorkshire Terriers. What is the experimental probability that the first dog to arrive at the park next Saturday will be a Yorkshire? So you have to, the total dogs are 10, out of just 5 are Yorkshire. So you have to do 5 by 10. It would be 1 over 2. Got it? The probability is 1 over 2. So, okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next topic. Got it? If you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? The next one is compound event. Find the number of outcomes. Okay, compound event means more than one events. Got it? Okay, let's start with the example. You roll a die and pick a marble. How many outcomes are possible? So you have to you calculate the total outcomes for both the events. Got it? The first one is dice. For a die, you have the 6 outcomes. The second one are the marbles. Marbles are 4. They are 4 outcomes for the marbles. So that an easier way is just multiply both the outcomes. Or either you can make a tree. Got it? Like when you roll the die first time. For example, you got 1. You have 4 options. For the 1, you can select any of them. Here you have a tree. You can make a tree. Like for the one, you have one on a die, you have these option. You can uh, blue marble, yellow marble, red marble, and green marble. For two again, you have four. For three, when you got three on the die, you have again four options. When you have four, so the total options are four times six, and four times for die you have six outcomes, and for marbles are four. So the total outcomes are 6 times 4 is 24. Got it? So the easier way is just multiply outcomes of both the events. Making trees and is a bit long process, but you can use the tree one tree two. You can use the tree method too. You roll a die and pick a card. How many outcomes are possible? So when you roll a die, you have six options. Got it? And when you you have like you have the outcome for die is 6 and for the cards 2, so it will be 2 times 6 is total outcomes for both the events are 12. Got it? So the correct option is 12. Okay, the next one is you pick a card and spin the spinner. How many outcomes are possible? So how many cards do you have? Six cards and four outcomes on the spinner. So the total outcomes are 6 times 4 is 6 times 4 is yes, it is 24. So the total outcomes are 24. You spin the spinner and flip a coin. So the total outcomes are spinner is 4. The outcomes for the spinner is 4 and for the coin is 2. So 4 times 2 makes 8. Got it? So that means the total outcomes are 8. Got it? Okay, the next one is okay, you pick a card and pick a marble. How many outcomes are possible? So how many outcomes for the cards? For the cards, you have three outcomes, and for the marble, you have four outcomes. So the total outcomes are 3 times 4 is yes, it is 12. Got it? So the total outcomes are 12. Got it? The correct option is 12. You spin the spinner and flip a coin. How many outcomes are possible? So the outcomes for the spinner are 5. Got it? And for the coin is 2. So it would be 4. 5 times 2 is yes, it is 10. Got it? So that means the total outcomes are 10. You spin the spinner and pick a card. How many outcomes are possible? You have two options on the spinner and 7 cards. So 7 times 2 makes the total outcomes are 7 times 2 and 7 times 2 is 14. Got it? That means the total outcomes are 14. You roll a die and flip a coin. How many outcomes are possible? On the die you have 6 outcome and on coin you have 2. So 6 times 2 makes yes, it is 12. So that means the total possible outcomes are 12. Got it? You spin the spinner and roll a die. How many outcomes are possible? It is 5 for the spinner and 6 for the die. So 5 times 6 makes 30. So the correct option is 30. Got it? You roll a die and pick a marble. How many outcomes are possible? When you roll a die, you have 6 options. And for the marble, you have 4. So it is 6 times 4 is 24. Got it? You spin the spinner and roll a die. How many outcomes are possible? 6 for the dice and 2 for the spinner. So it is 6 times 2 is 12. Got it? Yes, it is 12. You spin the spinner and pick up a marble. How many outcomes are possible? 4 for the spinner and 6 for the marbles. So the total outcomes are, yes, the total outcomes are 24. Got it? You pick a card and spin the spinner. How many outcomes are possible? You have 3 cards and the total on the spinner you have 4 options. So the total outcomes are 4 times 3 is, yes, it is 12. Got it? Okay, you spin the spinner and pick a marble. So on the marbles you have 4 outcomes, and uh, on the spinner you have 4 outcomes, and on the marble you have 5. So 5 times 4 is, it is 20. Got it? You roll a die and pick a marble. How many outcomes are possible? 6 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Got it? That means the total outcomes are 12. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 maths. The chapter we were working on is probability, and the lessons we have covered from the chapter are identify independent and dependent events, theoretical probability, experimental probability, and compound events find the number of outcomes. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with the lessons, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.